嗨，大家好，我是 Sam。那上一集我们看到的是我和 Student Glover 的会议。那上次我们一个小时39分钟会，我们只看到了21分钟。OK，那上一集我们讨论的是 ROI 的算法。那我们继续看下去，我们在讨论什么
？Lay down all the problems in business, including marketing,
Yeah,
setting, closing,
Yep.
and I trust, scalability, client retention, and product. And I try to tell them the part in blue is where we solve. We don't solve every single part of the problems in business, but we solve a lot. And this is going to be useful because later I'm going to compare this to the business model that Imam Ghazi kind of preached, and they have a ROI guarantee. So I want to compare that as well. So later.
Oh, but wait, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, there's more. Go back for just a second. That, where you had all the problems?
Yep.
If you could streamline that into something that could be one big thing in one graphic, where do I have that? See, you're talking customer journey. Am I right about that?
？OK，那 OK， 我刚刚说了有点多的东西。那我这边我觉得侧重点是一个 business 它会遇到的几个问题，无外乎就是所谓的 marketing, setting, closing, product, client retention, right? Scalability， 大概就这几个问题。OK， 那 Student Glover 它的 campaign 它其实解决蛮多问题的，它真的解决蛮多问题的。然后我可以把所有 business 他们存在的问题，我先把它全都列出来，然后跟他说，蓝色的地方是我可以帮助你解决的问题。OK， 那我这样做的好处是，我可以把我们的 offer 跟其他人的 offer 做比较，因为我们的 offer 真的还不错。那所谓，比如说跟一个 lead generation agency 他们的 offer 做比较，他们只帮你解决 lead generation 的问题，那他们的蓝色部分会比较少，他们的单价收取的更高。那我们帮你解决问题更多，并且是 permanent， 永远帮你解决，不用 monthly subscription， 并且付的钱还比他们一个月收的钱少。Okay, see, it's a no-brainer, right? Okay， 那听听 Student Glover 他在讲什么。
First thought. Your very first thought.
So if they're running ads, right?
Yeah.
So they have a problem with, probably the algorithm is changing, right? Their asset sheet, they need to change the ad asset. So they have, ad blockers.
Then what's the next box? So I want to see where the boxes are up there, up on top.
So this is setting.
Okay, yep. And then the next box is close.
Okay.
So if I'm not trying to change you, I'm trying to help you streamline it. Just make some suggestions that you can percolate, and as you get fuel, you'll start thinking about how to look at this a little bit more streamlined. Is that all right?
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So the big.
Okay, stop. 他讲到一个词叫 streamline， 其实我不知道那是什么意思，我先查一下。streamline 精简。Okay, streamline. How to streamline? Okay.
Problem is lead generation, which is ads, setters, email. It's prospecting. It's social media.
Yeah.
There's lead.
Okay, 所以他说我可以精简。他把 marketing, setting, lead generation 把它归类在 prospecting。Wow, okay. Hold on a minute. 我来做一下笔记。Marketing, setting, lead generation 把它变成 prospecting. Damn. All right.
Generation. And really, lead generation isn't the problem. A lot of people think the problem is the lead generation, but it's really not. It's what to do with them.
OK， 这边他有点延伸了。他说 lead generation 不是问题，听他是怎么解释的？因为我相信很多客户、很多 business owner 说啊 ，lead generation 不是问题。What the fuck are you talking about? Right？ 听他怎么说的？
So then you have lead generation, but then you also have the sales process, which is closing, which is more than just closing. It's nurturing them. It's
Okay, lead generation, not a problem. 更多的 problem 是 closing. 一个 system， right？ Closing nurturing system， 所以他讲的说 lead generation 不是问题，更大的问题是 closing nurturing system。
Show you it's the
Sales
sales
process.
process, which you have down here. Sales process, object handling, competition pricing, trust building. See, you've got all those things in there. But then it's a sales thing. And then once you make a sale, then there's the onboarding. Let's see what you have next.
OK， 他提到 onboarding， 我好像没有提到 onboarding， 我提到的是 client retainability。OK，
Next box is
Trust.
which is part of the sales cycle. Keep going next
Yep.
box.
And now scalability,
That's part of the sales cycle. Keep going
Yeah.
to the next one.
client retention.
Okay.
So this part I don't really have blue inside, so I'm trying to not have a lot of emphasis on this part.
No, that's what we do. Because
Really?
OK， OK， I'm really glad to have a conversation with Suzanne， 因为我一直觉得他卖的产品的跟我的理解有出入。我觉得跟客户 retainability 跟客户 retention， 就是客户跟我们做生意的时间，怎么样去保留客户，一点关系都没有。我本来是这样认为的，但是他在纠正我说 ，OK，client retention 我要做修改，这要怎么解释？
Wow.
Because see, here's the deal. Because once a person gets in, you study Alex Hormozi, okay? So it's better to just get a person to keep repaying you and keep hanging around than it is to go fish again, right?
Yep.
Okay. So client retention is actually something that, again, if you go back now, when I used to speak, I used to always summarize what I used to do. So right now, I just made a point that how much time are you spending on phone calls a week? Oh, I spend 5 or 6 hours a week on phone calls, sales calls. And are those all booked calls where people are showing up? No, some people don't show up. So you're wasting your.
Alright， 这边我本来以为他会直接跟我解释他的产品会怎么样帮 client retention， 怎么样保留那个客户，但是他突然又把话题转到他问客户你在 sales call 上面花多久啊？我每个礼拜大概花5到6个小时。OK， 听他是怎么解释的，听他是怎么把那个逻辑又拉回来。
There waiting for someone, but it's time out of your calendar that you could have made money on, right? Yes. Okay. So then so I've already done this part where I've said you have spent money to get these people. What if you spent less time and probably less money getting them through a webinar? But you know what happens is you really want to retain people. You want people to buy more stuff. That's the Alex Hormozi thing. Buy more, buy more, buy more. So retention, I'm going to give you another story because
All right. So 第一点，他提到的那个问题是，他跟客户讲，你一个礼拜花多久时间在 client acquisition 上面？你大概花多少时间去找更多客户？那你是否可以用那些时间去提升你的 client retention？ 因为根据 Alex Hormozi 他的说法是，你需要the bigger fish is retain clients， 更多的钱是在你的老客户上面 ，right？ OK， 那他的下个，我听一下他的下个例子是什么
applies directly to what we do. I signed up for, what is it called? An online program, an online course software, online. Talk to the guy on the phone, my phone, old phone.
Alright, OK， 他这边又用了一个技巧，他用一个非常 ridiculous 的一个 cell phone， 让每个人都笑出来。我看了他跟另外一个 closer 的会，他也把那个 phone 拿出来，他也另外一个 closer 也笑了 ，right？ 常常其实这边笑值好多钱哦。你要让客户卸下心防，有的时候你要去让客户做出一些很奇怪的举动，让客户笑出来。只要客户笑出来，那他就卸下心防了。
I talk to the guy on the phone and see how I also want you to notice I make this fun. You see, I make you laugh. I do stupid things. I have no ego anymore at this time. I talked to the guy on the phone. He was a business owner. He said, whatever he said, I thought, oh, this guy's a nice guy. I'll buy his software. He made an absolutely fatal mistake because he is onboarding. He did a live webinar. He was so annoying and so.
Alright， 这边他终于切入重点了。这边是直接影响到 client retention。OK， 他的故事是他买了一个 business owner 的 software， 然后他们在 onboarding 的阶段 ，onboarding 是我不知道中文是什么，就是在跟客户交接的时候，等一下突然中文想不到什么意思。入职就是你买到一个产品，你要跟客户做交接，去介绍那产品，你要怎么准备？我们接下来的行程什么？就是那个介绍的流程啊。Damn， onboarding phase。Alright， 不是新员工入职，想象成你买一个新的产品。OK， 我不知道入职体验的翻译都不太好，反正就是你可以让新人顺利上轨，就是跟新客户介绍这个产品是怎么用的那个过程。OK。
offensive and so arrogant he came across because he didn't know how to act on camera. He came across arrogant. He was doing annoying things. His camera habits were terrible. I couldn't even watch. It was like fingernails on a chalkboard. I thought, I cannot listen to this. I canceled.
OK， 那这边他提到的事情是，他之前买一个 software， 因为对方的 onboarding process 实在太烂了，因为对方不知道怎么去 talk to the camera， 对方听起来非常的 arrogant， 听起来非常的傲慢，所以他直接 cancel 了。OK， 他这边他就是想跟我说 client retention 的他的 product 也帮助到别人 client retention。OK， 那这边会是一个很好的 third party story， 我可以把它记下来。
He lost money because he couldn't show up on the webinar. He lost my sale. And you might be thinking, yeah. And I said this in Dimitri's call. You might be saying, well, Suzanne, you're really kind of picky about this. Yeah, I am. But I think I said this story on Dimitri's call, or I maybe said this in the audios to you, but I'm going to repeat it here. My friend, I think I called her Betty, in Seniorville, playing bingo, knows nothing about business. Her friend Sally and my...
Alright， 这又是另外一个 third party story。这是 third party story 我可以用在我的 sales call 上面。
Sally did the podcast. Betty, senior person, she doesn't know anything about business. She said, Suzanne, I couldn't watch Sally. I hurt for her. I couldn't watch her on the podcast. She was on the camera. Her makeup, her hair, she was looking down. She was talking all over the place. She looked terrible. She sounded terrible. And I just hurt for her. I couldn't even watch it. And I'll tell you, Sally was better than most. So there is an unqualified or a person who knows nothing about any of this stuff. So we really need to be, if we're going to keep people around, we really do want to think about using video to retain them in an online course. And so many people in online courses, when I built my online course, I had a focus group. And the focus group taught me that, boy, those videos better be 5 minutes and under because they don't want to listen too long. So I really streamlined. I made 1 point, 1 video, 1 point. That's why I'm saying it's more powerful if you somehow break this up, which I know is going to be difficult because you have this beautiful mirror thing. But if you could break this, if you could break this up so that it's more absorbable in chunks, then I think that would be good. But anyway, client retention is a big thing. So what's the next one?
Alright, OK， 所以他就举了另外一个事例，他的一个 client， 那个 client 他虽然有 makeup on， 但是他实在不知道怎么去在 video 上面跟别人说话，所以他透过这样的事例告诉我们，如果你要跟客户做 onboarding，right， 跟客户持续跟你做生意，包括如果你有一个 course， 那你需要怎么样 present on camera， 所以你的客户不会突然买一买就直接走人 ，OK？ 然后我刚刚突然意识到，他用这项事例还偷偷跟我说，叫我要把我的 presentation 精简 streamline， 新的词汇 streamline 精简 ，OK， 继续看。
I couldn't watch her on the podcast. She was on the camera. Her makeup, her hair, she was looking down. She was talking all over the place. Yeah, okay, so keep going. What's the next box?
This is the last one.
Okay. Well then, then then you have an automated back end that's doing video content to keep them engaged, and then you resell them. You put them into another funnel because you've used already video for a customer journey to get them through. You use my whole big deal is to use video for a customer's journey. You attract them with video. You nurture them with video.
OK， 所以all right, OK， 所以它解决的另外一个痛点 ，OK， 第一个是 leverage， 第二个是 marketing， 第三个是 client journey，OK， 等于说它每一个 client journey 它都用 video 去解决，然后他这边开始举例 ，OK， 比如说 client acquisition 的时候你用 video， 接下来看这边 nurture them 的时候他也用 video， 你卖的时候也用 video， 用 webinar 的时候你也用 video，onboarding 的时候也用 video。Client retain 增加 client retainability 的时候也用 video，right？ 有的时候你要录制一个 KPI 或祝到他生日快乐也用 video，OK？
Sell them with video because if I had a webinar before a closer, you would have a warmed up lead, which we're going to get to here, who's already educated, and you don't have to say any of this stuff. You can just answer questions and take money. And then you keep going with the product support, and then you upsell them on something else. So it's a whole customer journey that is automated via video. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That took a while to get that yep out. So
Yeah. What can I say without saying?
Wow, oh my god！ 知道我现在在看这个，我还是在笑出来。他直接点是说，我花了太多时间了。刚才他确实说了一大堆事情，我需要花时间去消化一下。Anyway，
No, you don't understand, or it's confusing, or have I said too much?
No. It's just English is my second language, so
OK， 我这边开始做解析，实际上我是真的有点听不太懂。我当时说实话做会的时候，有点听不太懂。Damn， 听到这边他说 I'm not happy， 他说 I'm not happy 吗？
that
OK， 是我
I have when I was young, and I need to get rid of it.
No.
而这边我以为他在说 OK， 我回想起来了。这边我看到字幕，他说我花太久时间才说 Yep， 他以为我听不懂，但是我实际上以为他说我用太多 Yep 了，这不是很 professional， 所以 damn man， 然后所以沟通真的是一个很大的学问。我就因为还不错，但是我觉得我可以听到99%，但是有时候那1%听不懂的时候，就真的造成很大的误会。
I was just thinking maybe you weren't clear about what I said, so you hesitated on agreeing.
Damn, man. Damn.
I was clear.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right, anyways.
So here I want to tell them that right now the problem here is how can we grab attention, because right now we're at a attention-based economy, and the gap right now is the business if they know how to grab the attention, because you can talk with the agency, right? They can say, okay, I will give you 100 leads, but right now it's not about the leads. It's about how to grab their attention, and that is a new gap in the market, and this is the gap and how to really really nurture after even grabbing the attention, and this is the new gap here. And I try to tell them a case study here, which is Tony Robbins, and this is what he do. He is a coach himself, and he run ads. And he tried to tell people this one thought. He tried to change this one mindset of people. Everybody needs a coach. And surround this point that he's trying to prove, he create a series of case study, process-driven assets, VSL, everything. So he create a nurturing system, right? And trying to convert people into groups, convert people into funnels, etc., and eventually convert them, and even a person behind and doing a implementation call, but what it really is just a sales call, and really convert them into a paying customer. So I try to tell them that they need.
OK， 我这边叽里巴拉说一大堆，我说的几个主要的重点是，现在是一个 attention-based based economy， 现在的经济有一个很重要的重点是，怎么样让客户去 pay attention to us， 去把心力花在我们身上 ，OK？ 然后像很多 lead generation agency。lead gen agency 跟你说我可以给你100个 leads，OK， 但是你可以让他们对我 pay attention 吗 ？Right？ 你可以让他们关注在我的产品上面吗 ？Right？ 那现在就是一个 new gap，market 有个 new gap， 就是怎么让客户去 pay attention 在你身上。OK， 然后我举一个例子说 ，Tony Robbins 他也有在run ads， 他有个 webinar， 但是他重要的是他有一整套一个nurturing system、sales system， 这个又跟Susan Garvey 他前面说的那几个不谋而合，就是 lead generation 不是很重要，不是不重要，但不是太困难。最困难的是你是不是有个 nurturing system， 一个 sales process。然后Tony Robbins 他有，然后我就举例他是怎么样 nurture， 他的 sales process 是怎么样子，他是怎么样有个什么 implementation call，right？ 怎么样去 nurture？ 那听Susan Garvey 他怎么说
A lot of things. If they want to do it themselves, right, they need to do a lot of things. And
But you don't want to overwhelm them. I'm going to interrupt. You don't want to interrupt because if somebody were to look at that and go, I got to do all that, I'm overwhelmed and I'm going to walk away. So we got to make it easy sounding for them.
OK， 那这边他就打断我，我真的叽里吧啦说太多东西了，但是他跟我说我要 streamline it，right？ 不然我就把客户吓走了，听起来像个 nerd。
When I had my modeling and acting studio, people would come to me and they say, I want to get an agent. And I'd say, okay, you got to make it easy for them to say yes to you because you want to know how many people out there want agents. You got to make it really easy. So you got to have a headshot that you can see big, and you've got to have a resume that if I'm standing on the floor 5 feet away, I need to be able to see your name and who you are and a blood. I said, you got to make it really easy for them to say yes to you. So I feel like that's, I feel like as you go through this and hone it down, you're going to really process what you got here because what you got is gold in understanding what you've done here. But it's going to be a little overwhelming to people.
Alright， 他说我的 contact 很好，但是太多了，所以他这个地方也没有给出我直接的答案，教出我怎么样改进。他就说我需要 hone it down，OK？I need to hone it down.
If you put it out like that. You see what I'm saying? We want to make it really easy. And if all those little blue boxes, they'll say, well, now some people, and you can test this. Some people might say, well, I can't do that, but I need that. I need help. Some people might say that because some people use this process as part of their sales cycle saying, you need all this. You want to do that yourself or you want to hire us?
Wow, oh my God, right? 我刚才甚至我话都没说完哦，对，我记得他在打断我之前说 ，Do you want to do it yourself？ 就我说 ，Oh, you need to do a lot of things yourself, or you want to hire us, right？ 这是我要说的重点 ，right？ 然后 ，OK， 我开始理解他为什么没有马上纠正我，因为他的 offer 里面并没有包含那么多，等于说我谈了一大堆东西，当然很重要，但是对客户来讲。他如果客户说那你有什么解决方式吗？然后，但是我们又没有他们这方面的解决问题，我们不会帮他们 build 一个 nurturing system， 我们不会帮他们做 sales cycle。当然 ，video 是一个很重要的成分，可以把它那个 component 或 sales cycle 简化，或者在那个部分用 video 做代替，但是我们不会帮他们搭进整个 system， 这样我不要把我自己绕进去。OK， 所以这是他担心的地方。听他继续怎么说。
I can guide them on how to do that, but I won't build it out for $2,500 on that. If that makes sense.
Alright， 他说2500块太便宜了，我不会帮你做那么多东西。
It's done for you where this costs $699 where you build, you let them use the recommended software, and you also mentioned that you will help them build a funnel, right? So
no, not a funnel. No, what I do.
OK， 我这边做的是跟他核实，因为他有个 upsell 的一个campaign， 就是帮别人去recommend 他们到一个指定的 webinar software， 在那个 software 上面，只要他们每个人入月费，但是那个 webinar software 比较专业， 他会推荐别人到那个 software 上面。他加上他还会做一个 funnel， 我当时以为那个 funnel 会是跟这个 Tony Robbins 的 funnel 差不多，但是他现在纠正我说不是。
I will do the landing page and the email follow-up for $6.99, and it's
Okay.
I call it the automation because it's the automation that's behind the webinar. It's the sign up beforehand, it's the reminder emails, it's the after emails to get. Not a lot of people will sign up on the webinar. It's all about the back end. So I will do I won't but I'll do a very succinct, short follow-up that includes a video so that they have, because there's a certain video that you need behind the webinar afterwards that most people don't do. And that's what I do. And see how I'm not telling you what it is? I'm just telling you this is what you can say to them. Yeah, Suzanne can help you do the video.
OK， 所以他说的事情是，他不会帮你搭建这个 funnel， 但是他其实说的东西也是个 funnel 啊，只是没有那么多而已。他说的 funnel 是有，比如说 email follow up，OK， 有 automation， 有 reminder email。然后那个部分也需要有一些 video， 他可以帮你做这些 video。Alright， 他这边跟我说 ，See, I'm not telling you what it is, I'm just telling you what to say to them。Alright， 这边有一些歧义。Alright。
This program is not going to say this price.
Yeah.
It should be more. Yeah. And you know what I realized? I realized the reason that it's this price. When I said to Marco that we were going to do a webinar, I said, well, if I'm going to do a webinar, I can't charge more than $2,500 because that's like the top of the. Sometimes now it might be $3,000 that people can squeak out of people in a webinar. So that's why we set this price at this. And I realized that I thought, no, we did that because of the webinar, but then I wanted the closers to actually sell it first, so I could get in the heads of people to know exactly what to say on the webinar. That's how this all showed up. So we're not going to leave this price very long at all.
Alright， 这边他提到的是，他跟我谈论之后，他自己其实也有这方面的疑虑，说他本来只是想 sell webinar，right， 作为这个服务，然后 webinar 这个市场这个定价大概就是$2,500到$3,000。他想先让我们测试一下顾客他们有什么需求，接下来他可以 combine 这些 solution 到个更高的一个 offer， 这样看，所以他说这个定价肯定会往上走。所以因为这算是一个整合的一个措施，虽然是帮客户搭建一个 infrastructure， 变成这是 one off，right？ 你有这个 infrastructure 之后，你大概未来5年、10年都不用再担心，不用再换这个 infrastructure。
Okay, so after this, I just tell them a lot of people went through. So basically, they see a lot of videos on YouTube, and this is in the sales page, right? And they'll give you some advice, on your script, just be yourself, and go and just completely lost their way, lose money, lose energy. Or they work with an agency, a lead generation agency, and they just feed you with leads, but you don't know how to close leads because you don't know how to work with the camera presence, you don't know how to build the trust, the expertise inside, and I also give them a warm-up of the price point, right? These people, they charge $6,000 and they only sell this section of the market. So no wonder their client think they're a scam because they don't really sell a lot of things. They only give you leads and probably qualify them, but they didn't teach you how to close them, and they don't really bring out closers how to close them as well, and also client retention, etc. And then I just move into the solution.
好，这边暂停一下。那我这边说的事情是，接下来就跟他说一些客户会遇到一些问题。那有些客户他们会看很多 YouTube video， 包括我现在也尝试看到 YouTube video 零零散散的一些建议，但是那些建议常常来自很不专业的人。那最后出现的问题是，他们有这些建议，但是他们 follow 这些建议都四面八方，所以他们不知道怎么样去整合，怎么样去提高自己的效率。那第二点是，他们可以跟一个 lead generation agency 做合作 ，right lead generation agency， 但是他们只帮你负责去招揽更多的潜在客户，他们不会帮你 去提高你的 closing rate，他不会帮你提高你怎么样面对 camera， 怎么样提高你的 camera present， 怎么样跟客户做连接，怎么样去 show authority，right？ 这样的话，因为你没有解决那些方面的问题，你还是没办法去收客户，你赚的钱也不会提高，包括 client retainability。所以别的客户会觉得他们 lead generation agency 他们解决问题实在太少，我觉得他们是在诈骗。basically 是这样。
Okay, stop. What you've done, just so you know this, what you've done is price anchoring.
Yeah.
Can you go back a little bit? You know about price anchoring?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really good. Can you find, and I've said this, I've said that people, you and I are on the board, same board here, on board on the same mindset, because I feel the same way. I have given them A to Z in this program. Now, I'm not doing it for them. They're doing it at this level, at the 25 or 45 or 55 or 60, whatever we end up. They're doing it at this level. But I will give them workshops right now where I'm interacting with them. However, I'm giving them the whole thing. This is, if they sign up with you on the phone, I will help them do this strategy, this offer, this roadmap.
All right. OK， 所以在这边提到说，我想到的问题其实跟他想的差不多，就是说他可以帮客户解决问题实在太多了，因为 roadmap A to Z， 包括到所谓的 prospecting、marketing setting，right，lead generation， 可能没有 lead generation， 但是它可以帮你解决你的 product， 可以帮你提高你的 product，OK， 因为你可以帮你提高你的表达能力的 communication， 可以帮你提高 product， 可以帮你提高你的 client retainability， 可以帮你提高你 closing 的效率，一大堆问题 A to Z。 那有个奖励是，如果你现在在那个 call 上去直接 on board with us， 它可以帮你做一个 roadmap A to Z， 可以大致解决这个问题。
Only get that if they sign up with you on the phone. Period. That's it. So I take them from the beginning of where are you now? Where do you want to go? How are we going to get there using video? Let's write out our customer's journey like you're doing here. And then let's get good on camera. Let's figure out what to say. Let's learn how to deliver it, and let's look at it look good. And then let's do the technical in the back, which I will show you. I'm going to give them tips on how to do like software and stuff. I don't give that to them. I give them referrals. But they have everything they need all in one package here. This should be a $25,000 deal. Right now, I'm selling it elsewhere for $7,800. And right now, because of the whole thing with the webinar and the Marco, I said, okay, right now, Suzanne's doing this as a favor for a friend, a colleague. That's why it's the slow price. It's not going to stay this very long, because it's all these things rather than one piece in them up. So I like this. I like what you've done here, the price anchoring, how it's a lot of money for one piece. If you can.
Right， 这边他讲到的是一些定价策略 ，OK， 定价策略他是怎么样 came up with the price， 他不是乱取的，他不是随便取一个定价，他做过市场调研，他解决问题真的很多，是真的很多，但是因为现在他跟 Marco Fernandez 合作 ，Marco 给他的建议，他 do it for her colleague， 他可能也要测试一下市场，所以一开始定在一个2500块美金的这个定价。给他之后会提升这个定价 ，for sure.
That into a snippet, that would be really good.
Okay. So we moved into the solution, and yeah, this part probably a little bit too long by a webinar. It is inside the sales page, the benefit of the webinar, and here. I love this part so much to introduce them about you and why you're the best person to tell them how to act on camera. So the background, you are an actor or actress, and not in Hollywood, but in San Francisco, and you're also a top percentage of earners in SAG, and you teach for Diane Baker, and also what you did when you were young, etc., and also your experience in sales. So are selling 80,000 weekly. I find this in the LinkedIn video, your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, my LinkedIn stuff has a lot of stuff in there.
Right. So
说句题外话，他刚才 说我跟他在一个 same page，right，same mindset，说我做的很好，price anchoring，然后 A to Z 等等等等等，我没有给他很大的回复。Damn，我也不知道为什么，是我没听懂吗？我觉得我应该听得懂啊。他说没有做回复，因为我现在看起来他的表情好像有点沮丧，我没有回复他，就感觉我在跟一个石头人说话，但是我都 get 他的点了，所以 shit，right？ 可能我下次要多 listen， 提高 listen 的能力。OK，whatever。Alright， 然后这边就是那个词叫什么 ？amplify 吗？对 ，anchoring 不是 anchoring， 反正就是跟客户讲，做这个 campaign 的人有多厉害了。基本上这个环节是这样。
This part, yeah, and also mentioned a triple threat. So
That's not an accurate thing. I wasn't actually making 41 million a year, 4 million a year at that rate because I was, I got up to that about, that was my gross volume. That was my gross volume. I was selling $80,000, but that was for a company. So I actually wasn't making that kind of money. I was selling, that was my gross volume. So I was selling $80,000 a week part-time. And so I had a very good commission at that time. It wasn't 4 million. So you should probably take that out because that's inaccurate. Okay. But that's leaving that $80,000 a week. That's accurate.
OK， 了解。对，所以美国人做生意还是很严谨的。OK， 那是 gross margin， 不是他帮公司generate 80,000， 但是他是有 commission， 不是 80,000。OK。
Yep. Yep. You really watched a lot of stuff. You've got a lot of information in your head that's going to serve you as you go through calls. You're going to integrate this and be able to hone it into a way of telling people what they need to know to buy. $45, is that years in business?
But this one, no, this is just a picture I find. Just saying that you have 45 years of
Yeah,
experience.
well, I do. I'm not a young pup.
So after presenting you, your background, etc.
Alright， 这边回到下个 video。